Onyame Ishira, Emperor Ghana so. Nyuma ajawa Jakumo Ghana. Homeland Ghana. Onyame Ishira, Emperor Ghana so. Shira, Emperor Ghana so. Nyuma ajawa Jakumo Ghana.
Mami sanso enda wasibio na sana mawya na tie ne Dr Ishmeal Lamptey be hwehwe nkomo na yese ka kewuti ne be hwehwe nkomo na so no wasame ya mitine na metwaso na itimi ne Dr etumi ehwehwe nkomo de ekwenbo be se Dr Ishmeal Lamptey wo ye hwan na sa ni kan tie ni mention say immediate past municipal chief executive the Maga Central Municipal Assembly no and they no abafia my ne ba betwetwe nkomo e dia fa na brabo mu ensenti Dr Ishmeal Lamptey or immediate past Ga Central Municipal Chief ne so we wanna hand over and in last month they don't know when chief executive officer the Maga Central Municipal Assembly no. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
No makwaba
Yo mejiso.
Thank you. And then no ya be call ni be na ya de twi ni bro funi na na de ebe for doctor ma nya na tie say ni twi ni shada enye je nti no be kan do funi be kan do fun so a no say do funi dis so na ya ba na ya ba be chim ka kan so de ya ma na so tumi hini a koso. All right. Doc ya be see fin ko na se na ye hwe wa ba kwasam history start education so
Yo, thank you very much. I think it's good to be here. This is my first time of coming to ITV at Kasua. We've always been restricted ourselves to Accra. So let me say today I'm in the central region. Good to be here. Yes, my name is Dr. Ishmeal Lamptey. I was born to late Reverend Robert Odate Lamptey and also Madam Mary Ajoko. I was born in 1972, somewhere December. I was born at Mamprobi in Accra, but I lived with my mom for a number of years at Teshin. So I school at Teshin for preparatory school. From there, I moved to Legon Presec, where I did my secondary school. So I completed 93 at Legon Presec, then luckily got admission to the University of Ghana, 1994-95 academic year. I think that year there was 1 year strike, so we started halfway the program. We came home for almost a year.
94,
95. There was agitation, UTAC strike, and students came down. So we came home, stayed home for almost a year. Luckily, we went back. So I completed my first degree in science. Then I did my national service at the University of Ghana, Department of Marine and Fisheries Sciences, where I also enrolled to do my master's. So I also completed my master's there at the University of Ghana. Then 2005, I was employed as a lecturer at the University of Ghana, Department of Marine and Fisheries Sciences. Then 2009, whilst lecturing, I also enrolled to do my PhD at the same University of Ghana. So I completed 2014 my PhD, and I was awarded 2014 a PhD. Then 2017, I had opportunity to become the municipal chief executive. So I had to take a sabbatical leave from the university to come and do the municipal chief executive position. So which I successfully completed somewhere last month, this early part of this month, and handed over to the newly appointed MC for Gas Central Municipal Assembly. So in brief, this is the educational journey so far.
Okay. Are you married?
Yes, I'm married. I'm married with 3 kids, 3 strong boys, wow. Adorable boys. I always say non-troublesome boys. No boys are troublesome. So I'm married with 3 kids.
All right. Okay. And you know, with this now Legono. Yeah, were you into politics?
Yes, let me say I started politics 92, but not very active. You know, 92 were relatively young. I was in secondary school. I was living at Mamprobi. I remember my first rally was when Edubuai was coming to Indafa Park, where we all went there. My father is a strong MPP supporter, wow. And few of my siblings were strong MPP supporters. So I started from there. I quite remember my first rally I attended was the Edubuai, passing through Dansoma, I came to the Indafa Park. That is my first. So it started from there, but not very active. Then when I got to University of Ghana, I was at Commonwealth Hall. You know, Commonwealth Hall, the guys, and we do observatory, and you see a lot of activism, political activism there. And since the interest was already there, we also joined the fray. One of my closest friends at the University of Ghana by then at the Commonwealth Hall was Inti Berima. I know you know Inti Berima.
I've heard the name before.
Yes, and we were also staying at Mamprobi. Okay. So we were doing student politics, but not very active. But we had a love for the New Patriotic Party. So we started from there. I also quite remember we met in Team Berima, myself. Normally, we were doing some classes, evening classes for SS students by then. We were there planning our classes, and John Buedu, the current General Secretary of our party, also came in, and the whole thing turned into politics. So we started from there. And fortunately also at the University of Ghana Commonwealth, my roommates, 3 of them, all of them were coming. One was coming from Brong-Ahafo region by then, and 2 from the Ashanti region. They were all MPP supporters. So it made the love and of the party very share whatever. So it was quite strong there, and so, but not a card-bearing member by then. Then we were supporting the party here and there behind the scene. Then I must say actively, I started playing an active role somewhere 2012 elections, where we put ourselves in. 2016, I was all over. It's like the party was my work, my whatever. So that is where we started coming at the front line and playing very active politics.
So will you say that you went to politics because your father was a politician?
No, not necessarily, because some of my siblings, few of them were also not MPP members. But I don't know whether it's a natural coincidence, but it's sometimes you say something and instantly you tend to love that particular thing. Not necessarily that my father was an MPP, but naturally I developed the love for the party, and the euphoria. But then, by that time, 1992, everybody we are going to the democratic dispensation, whatever here and there, and we want a new whatever phase here and there. So that is how it started, but not probably my father also played a role, but not very much.
Okay, all right. And for now, you share with secondary school days now. Then I will remember what Kaipa secondary school days.
Secondary school days. In fact, I was a day student. I was living at Teshin and going to Legon. Later on, I moved from Teshin to Kaneshie to shorten the journey, because from Kaneshie Market you are able to get straight vehicle from Kaneshie to Legon. What I recollect vividly, I remember the day I got admission. In fact, I chose Achimota Secondary School in Legon Presec. I had admission for both schools, so I needed to decide which one. I didn't know where Legon was, where Achimota was, so my mom accompanied me to Legon. One thing which always stays with me, when we got to the gate, I could see the withering of leaves, and the whole place looked very quiet. Quiet. Only thing you could hear were calls of birds and other things. Suddenly my interest in secondary school waned, because I was asking myself, is this place I was coming, the place very whatever quiet? Yeah. So I started talking to some few, and people were telling me, Lego, Presec, it's a good school, so that also motivated me. Then the day of registration, saw different people. Then I saw, at the end of the day, it is not a forest where there are no human beings, but of course there are people there. And one other thing too, which strike me and always live with me, Lagos Sec to University of Ghana, just a proximity. So we were sometimes walking from Presec to Lagos BAM Library. I quite remember we passed physics department, and one technician always, anytime we passed there, you guys should learn very hard and come to the University of Ghana. You guys should. Later did we know that we'll find ourselves at the University of Ghana. So these two things are very striking, and I remember it vividly when at my secondary school days.
All right. For Dr. Ishmeal Lamptey and aging common nano pay, or immediate past MC or gas central na brabo munsam efrasia ye didi ho command efrasia ne political career mu ye Obama ye say 92 sabe na ediwa he no ye flag bearer de ma MPP na oba ne potem ho na onu ahun so ko na okokohwe bi nti okoye no ho ma ninya ye opebi so betumi edi omo nso achi nti ho no frase na on sheda nya obi a okeka no ho wo mu de so obi a party member okra card ne niema nenso na nani je ho say obedi party ne chi na mbisa nsem and o kansa na papa nso ye MPP ni mapa na mbisa nsem na msa na papa ye oya amanyosem tine mo no so ya amanyosem no so de binya sa na te na wiase ewu tude bi a de di kai kro hunu bibi pe wa dwe tumi koso na sa wonya odobi e de masa ade no hunu se bi a odomankoma abode esu na no na ewo numu se natural se obetumi ewura ye amanyosem emu ntina no mba ni nyina no nhyeda anya na ibia ntino bro wo university ni nyina no na omoya amanyasam na nkakra kusi safi ni bre ya ohyeda wura amanyasam a 2016 de na kyerese no gina na so pa ba politics a no de ntia ma ugya ya de kyerɛ kra na wo kyerɛ wo ye university kra ma fidi onya kwan de ho bebe wura amanyasam ankasa na me san bisa ne sia se den no kae wo ne secondary school bremu chim se bra owie no o ya admission e wo achimota na afa ye Legon presec na ho behia so no ankasa emfa mu baako do ye se Legon presec na ope nti no dedi kan ne ko dru eye gate na no o hwe ase nnua wa ha ho no aye se forest why di you know sa nti weni school a omo kan nti ona kama ya san honhom ba fempa na nso mu wie ya mo register nkofo bank say yes I feel we dru be na nkofo so share ne nkran say Legon ne achimota de school papa okwa ebetumi aboawo na afin so bra mo wo Legon presec no na mo ko ye library ewo eye Legon wankasa na obi wo horma de bi ohu mo na so mo kwan mo yiri mo hu na mo ntwa na mo so mo mra university wo Legon mo yiri mo hu mo ntwa ni nyina echi no etumi be mu sa ema otumi kopie ewo Legon a woto aso edi esuade nti nkomo no se ni atwetwe edi akwa ho sinji no dog ye ntwa nkomo no eso me say why regret say wo join NPP.
Well, you see, MPP is a very good party. Sometimes, even though we are practicing democracy, sometimes I believe that, look, for Ghana to change and economically and in terms of moving into the arena of a developed country, we need MPP to be in power for a very long time.
Wow.
Yes. Sometimes I ask myself, you know, but those who are joining other parties, what the motivation? The motivation. But of course,
are you saying this in support of breaking the 8?
Oh, the 8, I believe with a little push and doing things rightly, we will be able to break the 8. But I am saying MPP in general. If you look at the ideals and what the party stand for, and it is a party that we need. We are not saying MPP is a perfect party, but comparatively with the party that exists in Ghana, it is only MPP that can change the fortunes of this country, not any other party. I'm being frank with you.
It is only NPP
that can change the fortunes of this country.
All right. And for me, as I'm chairman and beside say, when you know, so now what can MPP want to say? A being see that, so when you know, so now what can a MPP want na say a pay a year. I mean, you could be and was Sagana. Yes, Shabra, we MPP through a party be anyhow. And none of me who dreaming and crab it away. We MPP through a party be anyhow. Every to me as a Sagana. Yes, Shabre. Na na obisa nipa bia na omodo ho akose amenyeko mi se e dey empa na eso mo kran na ya asemisa misa won so wohwe no wo bisa ho nsam na bia bi do a be phone lines na ma won so question bia wo bisa doctor no won so watumi ebisa no brother oye MC no ya brother ba office no den ne eni ho a wo ba e wotumi aye a e beka say we wo legacy a weja e wo ga central ho a beda wudi so forever.
You did say I came to the assembly, Central Municipal Assembly, with a purpose. with Mind you, that I told you, I took a 2-year sabbatical from the University of Ghana with a view that by 2 years, I will be able to do what I needed to do, the vision that I have for the municipality. Okay. I will be able to do it, then probably go back to the university. I must say that by and large, I was able to accomplish. I will give you a catalog of some of the things that we did, but I can say that by and large, I was able to accomplish some of the things that were before me, or the vision that I wanted to accomplish. To the fact that even 2018, December, 6 December, His Excellency the Nana Danko Akufo-Addo paid a visit to the municipality. And looking at the kind of things that we had done by then, within 2 years in office, he asked that the municipality should be used as a model. I can even play, if you allow, play the tape on my phone right now for you for listeners and viewers to hear it. That Central municipality should be used as a model, not for Greater Accra, for the entire nation, because it was marveled the accelerated development that we had done within that short period of time. If I may mention some of them, I remember when we were confirmed by the Assembly, few of us had the opportunity of meeting the President, His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, at his premises, his home. He advised us. And one of the things that he said, which stayed with me up to now, that we should remember that we are not going there to serve MPP, we are going there to serve Ghanaians. Wow. And therefore, whatever project and things there, we should make sure that we are serving Ghanaians. And so when I got to office, some of the projects that the earlier administration has started, I completed almost all of them. So there was a municipal court at Sotum, which I started. It's a story building. I came, completed it, and paid almost 60% of the cost. And now, so we have a district court, and the top one will also be used as a high court. It's been commissioned, it's functioning very, very well.
At Enya Sotum?
At Sotum.
Sotum, okay.
Yes, Sotum electoral area. We have 30 electoral areas. So it's been commissioned. Then also, the former administration started a clinic at Olebu. I also came, completed it, pay about 29% of the cost. Another market was started at Abase at Ablekuma. I also completed it, paid about 23% of the cost. So these were projects that the former administration, NDC, they started. None of them was completed, but I completed almost all of them. And in fact, before I went to the Assembly, there wasn't any property that the Assembly could boast of, that this is the property that Assembly owned. No, none. So I completed all of them. Somebody will say, yeah, that is somebody's project you have completed. What did you also do? Yes. I got the Assembly polyclinic, a story building at Kwashibu. I also put up, recently, I put up a holding center for COVID-19 holding center. That if people got COVID-19, they could be held there for a period before transferred to the appropriate location, also at Kwashibu. Assembly where we are currently, we were renting it. We were renting, and I had to complete the building, the landscaping, everything, move the assembly there. So now we are not paying renting again.
So it means you've moved from the rented one?
We've moved from the rented one to our own premises somewhere 2017, latter part of 2017. So we moved them. We were having two zonal councils, Anya and Chanta zonal councils. Chanta one is a rented premises. As we speak, we bought it. The office building, it is our own now. I've put up a ICT center with a support also from the Chinese government. So we put up an ICT center with about 55 computers. We have a conference room there. We also have a community center that can host about 200 people. That was also put up at Sotum. In fact, I got a land from the Maranatha University. We put up that facility there. I put up a fire station at Anya, a storage building, very neat fire station. Then I started a hospital. I can say the hospital is about 90% complete before leaving office. My intention of the hospital is that we wanted to run a specialized service.
Okay.
So that Anya Soto Organ Central will be synonymous to a particular service. Because for instance, if you mention eye problem, somebody will say, oh, go to East Legon Eye Clinic. If you mention heart, somebody will say, go to Kolebu. Yeah. We wanted something to also be associated with Anya Soto. Okay. That was the intention. So because of that, I also purchased a 13-bedroom facility at Agape. The intention was it to be used as a residency for the paramedics, if they are doctors, if they are nurses, and the proximity between the facility and hospital is just about 10 minutes drive. Okay. And that was the intention. That facility is also there. We are the only assembly in Ghana that has done one district, one factory with their resources. Yes.
Wow.
I pride myself.
But say repeat it one mama.
Me see. Yeah, only assembly. Ghana. Yeah, one district, one factory with our resources. Sika.
One district, one factory.
One district, one factory.
Gacentra.
Wow. Including even buying the land. We bought 10 plots of commercial land at Anya. That's, if we had gotten land, that money will be used for something else. So what we are doing is we are doing bottled and sachet water facility. I have pictures of all those things on my phone. So we are the only assembly doing that particular thing.
See, one district, one factory, no,
bottled water. Bottled and sachet water. Because you see, if you want to run a factory, you want to look at raw material. Municipality no. The area common my nsuewo assassin.
Okay.
So we have a large aquifer of underground water that we needed to harness. Okay. And in so we are fasting 40 days, 40 nights. We break it crowd. Water is very important. I was just telling somebody that our population at Gacentra now, or Anyansotum, is about 300,000 now. So if we target, let's say, 20% of population, say every day and we are supplying, the assembly will have a lot of money to accelerate the development of assembly. Wow. Then also we are the first assembly to launch the POS, point of sale device. System be a quality IGF to a quality of market so and so. We are the assembly to launch it. And that's
more bisano and mamma the monitor to a much.
Yes. Wow. We are the first assembly to launch it. And the facilities what that system and yet only the machine, the POS but the software they manage the entire revenue. It's marvelous. The system monitors even omuko further to go and collect the money. You see, it will track you because previously we were using manual. So manual over to me already 3 o'clock. Now I call 1 hour. Now I buffy because at the end of the month he or she will be paid. You see, but with this system, it's also GPS device attached to it. So the moment you put it on, it tracks where you start going and wherever you have even collected your
amount of money.
Alert. And even where you've collected the money from. So say Mr. Mensah are collecting money, no whatever. It will show say that is Mr. Mensah's money that you have collected.
Wow.
And
I'm coming. When I say assembly because and now you can't want someone say assembly CBA and Casa the to just say revenue no more general or much but leakage be what new edifemo. Nika assembly to me enyania ga central assembly Dr Ishmeal Lamptey was so boa momunya ni bia enka ebeboa pa ebi kura etete old tickets with old date expire date was so no matete omkoji scan na eno no ama assemblies eboka pa we yegusu a wo kire niema hodo a bra na wo ho se MC no otumi boa ma ga central ensa ekan na ema no kwana wato aso wie na ya bobo so se ne na osika no ba bia em den so se Ghana mampani ba wa obehunu no ne niema waye no Ghana mampani se ga central wo se ye enhwesode e ma assemblies ni nyina na mente na se na menyan hunu ndikode nti a de Ghana mampani behunu ye ba cho de sa eye we no bae no na mehunu se then na osafata sa recommendations na Ghana mampani de man ti ye nto aso
me say member we
okay
so apart from the POS no that monitors the system, even the POS is all encompassing because ya bibia your friend will say bibia all the ratepayers no mu wonu ujia there's a coordinate, there's a GPS position in the record what the money na our intention was say at the end of the month or at the end of the year, at the end of the first quarter, at the end of the half year no you better which of the areas say ebia will pay no your 100 Ghana cedis and ebia you've paid half of it 50 Ghana cedis. It will indicate in the system say what pay part of it. Your system will move to yellow. Red means that you have not paid anything. What you have BBR, then it will change to yellow. If you finish paying completely green. So our intention is that because we have 13 electoral areas, we will just do special interpolation. Now you who baby I want red, baby I want green, baby I want so and so. Because most people pay property rate or business operating permit based upon development within their area. So say who say maybe this particular electoral area, there are plenty of rates. We will go there and find out why are they not paying. Probably ammonia drains, probably they need water, probably they need street light, probably they need something. Then it will also inform us what kind of policies and strategies we put in place. At the same time, the POS, we have integrated revenue, waste collection monitoring into the POS. So this is how it works. Our waste collectors, we ask them to buy the POS. And the data from the household, we don't have very complete holistic data about all the electoral areas. But the ones that we have incorporated the data uploaded the data onto the POS. So, and the POS is given to the service waste collectors no car no.
Car no
Okay. And ya electronic card. Electronic card no the ama the owner of the house. So if the waste collector comes to collect the waste, when they pick your waste and put it in the boiler, you use your card and swap it on the POS car ekrano
to boiler car bia wo gas central no e wo sa
yes, they paid. We didn't buy it. We asked them to pay that. If you want to work at the gas central, you have to buy it.
Wow.
It's a requirement. So that we say maybe this particular area to collect we will upload the data, household data onto your card. Because our intention was we wanted every household waste to be collected compulsorily. Because if say we need plant warfare, where do you throw your waste? But a compulsory you to be collected monthly, then you pay. And the reason why POS the card to monitor the collectors, service providers say ABI the Omaya agreement say they will collect the waste maybe twice in a year in a week or once in a week. We want to monitor and see say they are doing that. Because the moment we make it compulsory and they don't come and collect, there will be pressure on the assembly from the community.
Yes.
So we want to monitor. So if you falter and we realize you are faltering, it will be the basis to abrogate your contract with the assembly. So the moment the owner swipe the card on the POS, it shows at the assembly that car way, it be a Zoom line car, it be a honest waste. Omo akọ anti-Mary fie akofa this particular baller. Wow. So it shows on our system. That is the system that we designed. What was challenging to us is that we don't have holistic data. On the entire municipality. I made several attempts. It was one of my major problems I have with the. I made two major concerns to get data, but people thwarted the efforts that we made. We first used national service people. Some of the members of the assembly thwarted the effort. We used the NAPCO people. A whole lot of whatever. It was one particular thing I regretted I was not able to achieve, to have holistic data of the entire municipality so that we'll be able to do our thing. We can even plan with the revenue that we want to collect, because the moment we have data, we know that there are about 100,000 households there. If we start the year and we say, okay, we are targeting 60% of, and everybody is paying 50 Ghana cedis, we should be able to calculate that
amount of money.
At the end of month. Yes. And one good story is that when I went to the assembly, my first year in office, I was able to raise the IGF, the assembly internally generated revenue, by 45.2%.
Wow.
45.2%. And consistently every year we've been raising our revenue. Even last year, COVID, when COVID was very intense, we were not even collecting. People were not even paying because schools were closed down. People are not going. We were even able to raise our revenue over 200,000 Ghana cedis compared to the previous years. Okay. So there are a lot of things that we have done. In fact, I mentioned the 1D, 1F. We are even doing two factories.
Bottled water.
No. Back the other one, we haven't reached far. We were doing it in consortium with some company from Finland. And what we wanted to do was waste to energy. Boiler you collective from household, You person you use boiler to generate electricity. Yes. And we bought 36 plots of land over Ablekuma Juma.
To move by cycling of
boiler. And technology I be using a specialized different whatever technology altogether. What has started the project now is the PPA, the power purchasing agreement, which we should get through Parliament and other things. And somewhere last year or last 2 years, the finance minister in his address to Parliament indicated that we have excess of energy. Because the project cost is about 48 million euros, and agreement that we had with the Finland consortium partners, we were able to get 24 million. So we were looking for the other additional 24 million, and all the investors wanted to have the PPA certificate before they put their money into it, and that is what has stored that particular project at the moment. But all the basic things, everything was done. We just got to the PPA level.
All right. However, so Dr. Ishmeal Lamptey, our immediate past municipal chief executive Dima Gas Central, and then train common on the way on the achievement and yama hodo a wo office no otumi ye no and na account so call na project bi wo ho na previous government na mamu ne twem no efiri ase na so call no when PNC nchen ne mo to aso e ma otumi ewie na omwie no no akasa so fi no akasa so de asem e ma waye bia na motumi ne ses ne bo akasa omo pene assembly a waga na ha 1D1F no omo aye bia ye omo ankasa esika ga central 1D1F no omo aye bia ye omo ankasa ye assembly ni sika na omo de ye amuhu se obesi factory a e wo se materials na wo de be ye factory modwuma no etumi e wo ho na omo no hu so materials a e wo so mbo ye nsu a e wo asase no mu no njomu na so ye so be ye nsu ye bottled water e masabe no omo nya nsu factory e wo ho no mu a etumi bo adehye na wo che so mo sanfi ba ko ase no omo edwumi ewi a nkanyura no yesesa bola ase yekoto egu no ometumi dina so no mo de amaye eye light wo eye omo mensi no emu na no ma ntumi enwi na mo nyama ba ko eye mi do mu yes kan bi kura be ye fa anka omo ba beto so no matumi aye na wote mu se Ghana mampani ba ho be ka cho mo se mo ye eye assembly bia omo ye hwesode na so mo ye hwesode e ma assembly sa aka ni nyina se omo tumi bo mo moden etumi di fidi asabe bolaman po bolaman wo fidi machine kura no a okofa obi bola nimpa no card o de beto so e be kire se ampa wakofi we mu akofa eye nwura wo honom na je se omo bobo bu pa na afi ye saa eye machines na bi so ni okodwa so kogege eto ebi firi hono so be bia ogina bia no ye monetaro ye hu so ogina ha waje ITV for eyi omo revenue wakwaje hade enti wo ne hwan wuntumi nje mfa nse botom na wuntumi nsore wa abro sa ye dwuma no pa na wotwe 8 ekokosi e bia 4 na okoye 8 na boy 11 no akofie no akwakoda aba dwuma saa na omoye no akwada na dwuma na aka na egu ho na nso ga central de omo wo tracking device wo hono ma e be track wo machine e be hu ba bia wugina ba bia wuye dwuma no ni nyina no assembly no aye na no na me metumi recommend ya ma assemblies na kan na say hu hia pa assemblies na kan enye sika na nso ye hu ba bia efa assemblies bo no kwa edu market days ya sika ba revenue ba pa na nso ni na echi no ye hu ba bia efa na de kode a omo ede eye. All right,
let me add this thing about this POS thing. And just say some of the assemblies but sometimes the staff at the assembly may not even allow because a blocky the leakages.
Yeah.
Me ho.
Just assemblies ni bi adwumayfo na wo ni bi staffs na wo ni bi ma kwan ma MC bi wadwen papa et say doctor our person implementing e bi ma kwan because sabe akonfo fa wunya ya pe the bottom sika onya no enya de ne sabe kan bi
me hope for instance I met a lot of opposition on this POS.
Wow.
So it got to a point, I think 2019, I asked nobody should go out to go and collect revenue if we are not going to use the POS. So from 2019 January to somewhere September, we were not collecting revenue. Yes. I asked all the revenue collectors not to go out to go and collect revenue unless we all agree, say we are going to use the POS. So somewhere October, then we got some new MFO. He said, no, this thing we have to use it. And they started using it. And that is where we are whatever. Even when they started using it, people started, and I didn't know, I say, and Unity new, and whatever, were all artificial challenges. You know, sometimes we all want improvement, but we are not amenable to change. So we should be incessant. It's difficult to manage.
Because what's the watch?
But I said that look, and you know, assembly we need money too. So who will be able to have this courage there? Nobody should go and collect revenue from January to September, almost 10 months. Most of the assembly cannot whatever. But because I wanted this thing to stay, I made that is, even though that the all the functionality that's supposed to work, they all come with some challenges. And so because of human whatever, we don't want the system
to work. Wow. And you also say na meka Ghana say no the president odin se no wo akasa unni we ya unya we wanye say ya unye say na nka wo man ntumpo MC ye nya adwen papa o hwese sika ne nyina beba na yetumi dia yemputudwuma na wo me ani nkyiri menye sofa so no onipa ba akofo adwen bone ani sikadie basa on preso da wo dia ma na kra na okan okoba na se na na mekọ na we ya yesi opekwan bi e befa so a wo kan se de fato na fa old no an method na eko so mi na didi na si fam no wo chem say from January to September so one premier for we anya dwuma obia nkwa out so one nkwa wo coins na abon and assembly so nye skanti mompene na yintumi emfanye dwuma ndi Ghana no saa na wo se etumi economy sa assemblies ni nyina mpanimfo atudwom na si fam say we na wo se ye na boa ye nyina enke betumi aboa eche se dumre bi a na omo so omo mpene a yenye ne saa ndi eboa oman Ghana ewo kwan bia so
but sisi a that system no ye wo bibia ye fe no depart no ye access all the assemblies so mu ye omudwuma ye based on certain indicators no then UNICEF or they give assembly money for some development say a POS no about be one of the indicators about be compulsory ma all the assemblies don't say you have to do it.
Yes. For now when you can record so because say gas central any assembly mu fra say use ye ID kai.
Yes. We started, but now few other assemblies are also using POS. And yeah, the unique woman. And your machine no POS no, but the card no. When you say a card no, it's like electronic card that we call bank, whatever. So our card is just a contactless card. If you show it on to the POS, all your information no. Remember, it is a would the car 100 Ghana cedis, now to have 50 Ghana cedis. The machine will generate receipt, automatic instant receipt. MO. And I bet you me text message. That information also be back end of the assembly. And also you be who into yet the new unique yet nyama bebre shisha whatever and a software so I manage whatever into a unique chain the air system no but my name is the local government ministry and some German be and some foreign counterpart no almost by with some pilot whatever so some of these system no POS system with other assembly but because that we were not involved in this that pilot way no. But say it is an indicator what depart assessment and depart all the assemblies are assessed and many options we answer everybody will have to get this POS system but my recommendation was it shouldn't be just only the POS. The trick is in the card, the electronic card that the ratepayers' money information data is on it. That is the most important aspect of it because even if the ratepayer or be bribed, say instead of 80 Ghana cedis with the 60, na or whatever 20 na be the bill is still on the card of the ratepayer.
Okay.
So on your basis, say whatever bribe because bribe, you have lost because your balance is still there on the card. And nobody can. But who can POS nuna without a card? But they can still manipulate, even though they will use the POS too. But they can still manipulate. Okay. So the trick is in the card.
All right.
Obiam to me is a card, information over card. Nobody can change it. It's only at the assembly, whatever back, and our engineers monitor we know. And a system, you can put in mechanisms. whoever opened the system, maybe you use a email address to open the system, there will be a signature there say, whoever opened the system will show. Time you open the system, whatever you did on the system will show there. Wow. It is a problem here. We can go back and go and cross-check, say, I want to open a system, which change your be so. All the signature activities there.
So, a process bimu ema e show. All right. The dog, my ade, mabojuma hopa. Na yanshe rules. Akwan Ghana ha no mostly Accra ha say no ye rules no bebre no anye ye bad rules pa wa ha no Ghana Central rules senate ye wi e beba current affairs ne ma hodo na nse ekoso no rules e wo Ghana Central.
In fact, our major problem at Ghana Central is roads and drains.
Roads and
drain gutters and whatever are major problems at Ghana Central. Roads at Ghana Central, it's about 405 kilometers. The entire Ghana Central, 13 electoral areas. Before a bebano, now the area is only 33 kilometers. But as we speak, contractor, I've listed all of them. It's over 130 kilometers. And yet, the entire 130 kilometers which have been completed. But many of them have been done. Some contractors are still on sites working. And your low-lying area, in Tinsota, all the water from the adjoining district and municipality, before it goes to the Atlantic Ocean. In Tidebia and Sota, our place become flooded. I can say, we've done bridges, about 11 of them, at various vantage locations. Even some of them that, we've demolished and increase the width and height of it so that
it's small,
so that it can take a huge volume of water. And I foot bridges. I can count about. In fact, last month before I even gave a contract for three of them. I can count about 15 or close to 20 foot bridges across the entire municipality. But all these things even inadequate because we were road network 405 kilometers. Now, NDC time, 33, you over 130 something I count. So you all the 130 would come. It is even less than half of.
And drew half.
What is
still road infrastructure a challenge.
A challenge. A challenge, serious challenge. Gas Central. And okay, say the June, which year? That June 3rd rain, it killed a lot of people at Circle and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Apart from AMA, Ghana Central was the second district and our municipality. The impact was great. So we were the second. A lot of people died. A lot of things were destroyed. But since I came, the dedicated strategies we put in place, dredging our streams, the Nufu stream, the Lafa streams, and also increasing we lessened the impact of the rains when it's rain. Even though people's houses still get flooded, but constantly, we were doing dedicated dredging. And that dredging, it takes a lot of money, but nobody see. Because dredging, and by this time, we've used it to build story buildings and so.
More gutters, no.
Dredging gutters from whatever, it's a very expensive. Very expensive job. Wow. But people don't see it. Very expensive. Okay. And because of, at any given rain, the place gets flooded constantly. Sometimes we plan, we'll do twice in a year, but we end up doing more than twice in a year. And then sometimes even because our roads, you have to do grading of our roads. It takes a lot of money from the assembly. Meanwhile, the small that comes, you have to manage it. There are so many pressures that you need to manage it and see if I put it here, what will be the needed impact.
gutters na ne drainage na wo kan 1 kilometer betumi akoso bezi.
So we road. Let me say 1 kilometer of road with drains and everything. No? It goes beyond 1 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Oh yes. It goes beyond 1 million Ghana cedis. And you may have some assembly the whole year. They are generating maybe 3 million, 4 million Ghana cedis. How many roads would they be able to make? And meanwhile, it's the same money they use some to make payments for the staff. It's the same money they use some for running the assembly, electricity, fuel, supporting other activities and all these things. All from the same. Yes. Because common fund has a criteria, so it's for development. Use it to do this, use it to do that, use it to do that. But IGF, no, you can use it to do. So the needs are many, but the money you get,
it's small.
Yes, small.
All right. Ejina ye bisa akwan ho asam roads infrastructure no chim say dey how gas central ho pa because on buy no cra no na nia abaye twem aye kakra bi to pe no maye so buy wa bon ho mode abaye bi aka ni mpo no enrufa it ko gas central ne potemu kwan guso ya how on no che say ne bo so ye den say wo ye kwan 1 kilometer na wa ye gates a wo aka wa ye ne wa ye ni yie no bit 1 million Ghana cedis ne je say kwan ye ne gates ne ya de sika tumi ekumpa enti doc ye ne Dr Ishmeal Lamptey immediate past MC gas central and hwehwe enkomo no yenwura nsama hodo wa ekoso o mayimu na nsentemu ye bi isi ano major ye organ LGBTQ+ bill asabi no akoda parliament this week ya no mo resume any ade so far no comment to LGBTQ+.
Let me say I'm a Christian.
Okay.
So being a Christian, I follow the dictates of the Bible and know the Bible is against such a thing. So I don't support it. I don't support it.
So you support the bill?
The bill is anti.
Yeah.
So I support the bill.
Okay.
That we don't need such a thing in our system. People have adduced a lot of reasons, whatever. Social reasons, political reasons, legal reasons, and whatever reasons. But where I stand, I derive everything from my religion, which is the Christianity, and it runs on that. If you don't have an intercourse between man and woman, how would you procreate? How would you procreate? Whatever God has established, I don't think we should use some rights, human rights, and blah blah to justify some of these things. Bible was I've forgotten the verse that you are at liberty to do everything, but not everything is beneficial. It's to me, even though we are practicing democracy, to me these things shouldn't even be discussed at all. At all. But because of democracy, they are right. People have to express their rights, align it with the regulations and see which one, whatever. But at the end of the day, even those of us who did science at school, sometimes when we are doing metaphysics, you say, blah, blah, blah. We start by saying that God created everything, but we need to scientifically understand why some of the things. So we give the commendation and everything too. That is where we derive our power from. Just like Ghana, we derive every regulation, every law, every act derive itself from the Constitution, 1992 Constitution. In the same vein, we derive our everything from the Word of God, the Bible, the Muslims from the Quran and other these things. It shouldn't be anything that we want to do, because those people should be asked, how come you came into the world? Was it laboratory analysis or chemical, whatever reaction that? No.
It's through a man and woman.
It's through a man and woman. It's through a man and woman. It's abhorrent that we are discussing, but I say we operate in democracy, so freedom of whatever association. But these are things that
yes, David. All right, for Dr. Ishmeal Lamptey, actually saying, "We can say can was some in saying can was some crown. No dear, or a Christian into Begina, a year, ni Christian, and a chalk on Bible, some I can sell no dear on Force Bema and Bema, a better, and Albano Babeda, na Senka Sana Tianka, ye bediamba." We say, and I'm there, I buy a barney Bema, and then I'm the swa, yin nami to bar as I say so, and he say, yes, a son, quite no. Ya de nya de a bekoyi ntono de se Kristo ne de onfo so nti the bill no se be ba se anti gay bill no ya de ofo no so se nka yentumi pass emra bi na enkonti asade na nya de a ofo asane ma no eso yenhwe NPP flag bearership race do ye mie kwan ye ma we say obi a betumi akofa we de but ye hwe se na trend na ekono a there were two figures be my more who say at least anya kra no they will pop up say obi omobegina being an NPP member but then I wait me aka found.
Oh, it's just a contest when contest comes everybody vie for the various positions. It makes the party active. It makes the grassroots active. It makes everybody. Well, it makes people that something has come. Let's all participate and be part of it. At the end of the day, it's one person who will win. We will all rally behind and support that particular person so that we will break the eight. But all of us, we have our choices. I have my choice already, but. Per the party rules, I cannot declare whatever it at the moment until the green light is given and everything is moving. But we all have our choices, and at the end of the day, we all rally behind whoever wins. Then we work massively to break the eight so that we can continue the very good works of the president. We have not realized, but this is the president who has done so much infrastructural development. Sometimes because we are in Accra, there are a lot of so many activities. So we are not able to get a grasp of what is going on in other regions. It's just like you're having a laptop. Because you are doing so many things. You've spread all the documents on your desktop. So sometimes when we are retrieving information, it becomes very difficult. Compared to somebody who has some few things to do. It's arrange the thing in the document and so. So retrieval become very easy. Accra, there are so many. Sometimes in even traffic, going to work, you become annoyed. So by the time you even get to office, things that you plan doing would have escaped you. So there are so many things. So because of that, we are not focusing too much on what the president is doing across the regions. But there has been massive development. When Dr. Ishmeal did the tracker for each municipality, each constituency, people were marveled. The kind of infrastructural development that this president or this government has done is beyond imagination. But sometimes, who said this thing? I think late Banredu. I don't know how to say it in there. Say, Assistant Pama Arefi or something.
Assistant Pama Arefi.
Sometimes we forgot where we were coming from. Yeah. We forgot where we were coming from.
And I say in other words, because Atiyema Arefi. Yes.
Because first, maybe you are not drinking bottled water, you are drinking whatever. Now you are drinking bottled water. I say, oh, bottled water, but the way, whatever, no, and they should add color to it and whatever, because you've forgotten where you were coming, whatever from. But I can tell you on authority that this Nanado has done so much. And he himself goes around all the regions to interact with the people and also make sure that yes, what we say we are doing, we are delivering. It's not sitting at the Jubilee House for people to come and feed him, give him information. He goes there. He works more than anybody. It's more than his appointees.
Wow. All right. Share what you call it. Okay. Now NPP mu and some sabre and chibiano. Maybe a crime will be a person will be a flag bearer and as a Franca Tunima and Mayokuno, what you mean corner, maybe some wasam and chips or no so will be a openasam. The moment sabre me quite and femme say, obit me at Nefigi, so I can't be a quite and commit me. I can send me as Missy A as Missy B. H. Then so no baby mini piano or moving hand a tiny cheap. Now, what me breaky 8 no. Now say a car near ma Ganaman penny, I know. No, you were so much just why yen near ma a hodo or may more say a car near Ibini, you know, a buying up on homody, a buying up on homody sana or oka. Yeah, share a year 1 million vote allegation from former President John Dramani Mahama. It's a mutra 1 million vote to go Muntinama Mutin for 2020 election.
I haven't heard the speech from the former president, but I think this morning when I was coming, I had newspaper review. I heard something of a sort. I don't think if there is evidence of a sort. I mean, they went to court. Evidence is the basis for sending something to court. So if you have this evidence, why didn't you present it at court? And everything had been completed. And sometimes some of these statements are just there to hoodwink the grassroots, or just to tell them that, oh, had it not been the referee, I would have won. Okay. Just to let the supporters also say that, oh, okay, so the thing we could have won, but because of ABC and whatever, so let's continue to support the team. These are some of the statements, but if he has evidence to that effect, I think probably he knows where to go and present those evidence. And we went through courts, a lot of whatever evidence. Some of the even allegations that were said before the people were asked. Open television, everybody was saying there was no evidence to that effect. So if they think they have new evidence, I think they can go back to
court. All right. Okay. Nowadays, comments be na politicians make here. Lord Comey, he came out said, power, unya power. It's not easy. So be jemu, mobi etumiafa. Former President Mahama came out and said 2024 election is do or die. A whole lot of comments and about do or die and in Jaimu, they might be because we will force you to leave whatever it is. And that comment, and to me, far war after election.
Sometimes the spin we put on those comments are different from what is intended from the person who made those comments. You see, Lord Comey's comment was like, why are we saying break the 8, break the 8? We are not breaking the 8. We are winning election and continue. That is, but you see, people have turned it different. Okay, we are not going to hand over power. We are not in a military rule. We are in a democratic dispensation. So whatever happens, we'll go through an election. People will vote. Elections are declared from the polling stations. Everybody does their own collation before even the EC puts. So you have your pink sheet, you have all your results before the. So that 1 million, where were they counted? Which polling station did they count the 1 million? So and the party agents that were there at the polling stations. Did they sign when the 1 million was counted? Did they sign? How? How was that 1 million, whatever happened? So some of those comments from Lord Comey and blah, blah, he just want to change probably the slogan that we are going to use, that, oh, we are breaking the 8, we are breaking the 8, we are breaking the 8. You see, that, look, we are not breaking the 8. It's an election. Let them continue. When you break the 8, what happened? You are breaking 12. There hasn't been any 12 to break. You see? So let's change that slogan, because the moment you use this slogan now, when you win, now you are spend whatever 12 years, what are you going to break again? There's nothing to break again. So you realize that you hit a snag with a slogan. And you know, in politics, slogans and things also resonate with the people, vibrate with the people, and it goes a long way to win election. Look at President Kufuor's era. We were not campaigning. When you see somebody, you see like this. What is it? You just do like this. You just do like this. And everybody wants to, it's like something in vogue. Everybody wants to associate him or herself to that particular thing. You see? So, Lord Kwame, I guess, was thinking beyond this, the 2024 election, that if you do this slogan, break the 8, then we win. What slogan are we going to use again in 2028? Is it breaking the 12? And we 12, whatever. So you want to bring people's attention to this slogan, breaking the 8, before we realize that, hey, Charlie, we've gotten to a point that we don't know what to say again. Other than that, it will be used against you whenever tomorrow. So you're just drawing people's attention to the fact that, look, what 8 are we breaking? When we break this 8, what else will be there to break again? Because the intention is that we want to win election. In my preamble, I said that it is only MPP that can change the fortunes of this country. So when we break the 8, what is? Then we give we'll break the 8, so the next election, other party come and take him, whatever, because we want to break the 8, we're breaking the 8. You break the record. Even Usain Bolt breaks his own records and set whatever a new one. And the 8 is not a record. Our record is to stay in power for long and make sure that we change the fortunes of this country. Then people, the youth, that's always think about going outside the country. We have jobs and things, whatever to do. So it's just drawing people's attention to
break the 8 and power check. And the other, so exactly. Was saying, okay, all right. And you know that comment about Hanabisu came out with the comment that we will force you to hand over power to NDC.
You see, I said that sometimes they put spin on it just for politics. People say things just to change people's mind. It's sometimes a psychological game. So, saying Hanabisu or whatever coming to say that, we'll say that then he want to invigorate the grassroots. Hey, the people say they will hand over, so you guys, whatever.
So we will force them,
It is a war drum, but whatever they are. But at the end of the day, go to the polling station. Now, from the 2020 election, it was I think by 1 o'clock or whatever, most of the polling stations were very quiet because of the structures EC put in place. Okay. Most of the polling stations were quiet. Everybody had voted. Everybody had voted. Okay. And that is the path that we have chosen as a country. Go there, go and express your choice through voting. Leave the other day when we finish, openly it is counted. Everybody records it.
All right. Okay. All of us have also to me a friend a question be a war and I say recommendations be a war and I'm say be a will be an obit me account. My father about my sister. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, but your first and over thing.
A friend EG because I feel Tabora lunch.
My NTO EG.
And I felt here what the MC Allah, the edited MC and our ongoing MC. It's a long time for a child. Now, before being station at a panel, they can be BFR. Now, first, a drug stop, Wole Junction, first case, second case to Israel Junction. And say, no, not okay, so. And I saw a friend say, Star would be abandoned for 5 years. Konya our Tion. A veteran say, the predecessor our take over. So all the collaboration, no one the importance of that road. Because you guys will not tell you, the car and foul and column lava, this is a far. Say, anything you say, you're not going to live out of go on now over that day we a power other for past 5 years.
Okay.
And now 4 years. It is here all come. Nina our ban. Only cast up and watch them. Now I run away. Or just happen before my because a idea I have you. The catch of woman and she ate your friend say, with a Joshi and a drugstore and some of back. Case. I am a man with a car papo. On other than see Muchi. Because the one in the area I will. All
right. I hope so. When a particular road
that road had been given on contract. You know, they started the asphalting from Tabora, and it got to Alaji. So the contractor supposed to have continued from Alaji to Agrada, then do that village junction to Drugstore. The village junction to Drugstore is just about, it's even less than 1 kilometer, but that is where most of the vehicles pass. Okay. Unfortunately, that particular contractor supposed to do about 23 kilometers of asphalt. He's done part, he hasn't one. So that project has been given on contract. What it is that the current MC and probably the MP need to force the contractor to come on site.
All right, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, me bache your friends and everything.
For electric.
Now, offer me fan. Mentie wo TV ni so pacho tie phone ni kom pacho offer me fan. Rentry.
The person Fadama.
Okay, entry Fadama yentie we.
Only me person Fadama.
Me yentie why?
Yes, sir.
Entry. Oh, entry to me. I still friend on my phone volume na tumi akofam na ye tumi di nkomo e wo ma TV volume na akofam na di nkomo e wo phone so na nkomo na tumi akọ e former MC ye de maga Central Municipal Assembly no o high ni twem nkomo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
But your friend say on African.
Mbajo. Your friend Hamza that is Tabora.
Okay, Hamza me enti
But I'm a bonus. Why is your my account? Oh, Tabora. Tabora. I think that I find. Not took every time. One year. But I don't pay money. About your friend is my. Now, more school wanted. I'm gonna come up with smart TV. And I any school that go to see your body. It is not arranged for all that shit. But honorable, and my arranged for go away. Completely what they're about one of what is not to all. It is honorable, kind of muscle, so I will get you and walk. Now, there's a thing open idea. And supporting and completely as one academy.
All right.
But we say our ideas to the
all right. Yeah, no, I say. Now, I think say or boy Baswaya nurse school be motorway or baby.
In fact, schools there, all my nation, I didn't even mention school. There are a lot of schools that if you go to Israel, the whole Israel community, Lomnava, there's no school, government school there. There was a land which is there for almost 30 years. We were able to get school going on the land. It's not completed. I was taken to court. The case is in court. And personally, they took me to court.
For using that land to build?
Yes, it's a government land that was given to somebody and blah, blah. And it's been there for 30 years, nothing, whatever. Meanwhile, we need this thing for development. So the assembly was taken to court. And personally, I was also taken to court. So the case is in court, but the school is ongoing. It will be completed so that Lomnava will have a public school.
All right. Yet one sabe also bit me afraid now or question be an asibia person can now be say for my MC that you made in common. Dear friend, you know, ye trust ye young common by every year, sir. Ye be now why MC pay and sent him a year confirmation of MMCC. there are a lot of allegations in the PP who say vote buying a cost 1,000 cedis, 1,005 each assembly member. No correct. Sanity say more confirm more Tresika.
Oh, sometimes some of them are true. Sometimes some of them are some may not be true. Some assemblymen will say that okay, we need something. You know, when confirmation time comes, you call them and you want to speak to them as a group. That look, you are coming to the assembly. This is the vision that you have. You want to them to support you. Blah blah blah. Sometimes at the meeting, it's not at their premises, and you know the assemblymen are used to alawa. When you call meeting, you have to give them an allowance. Assembly meeting, any meeting assemblyman can, they have to get their allowance before they go.
Is it huge or something small?
Sometimes transportation and food.
Okay.
And sometimes it's we have a fixed amount that is paid to assembly. It varies from one assembly to the other. Look, if I call them personally for my meeting, I have to give them transportation before they leave. Any meeting that is called, and most of the meetings are statutory meetings. It's the legal meeting, like subcommittees meeting. So the allowance is already fixed there, and they have to get it. But the way you are here, even if you call the assemblymen to come to your studio, when they are going, you have to give them their. That one is a must. So you don't call assemblymen if you don't have whatever.
Okay. All right. Obia said a message about says, is it the assemblies or urban rules which builds or maintain rules in the city or municipalities?
The rules are under urban rules. Urban rules supposed to be part of the decentralization to the assembly, but they are not fully decentralized. There are certain institutions which are not fully decentralized. Even though we have a department of urban roads in our assembly, with engineers with their office and everything, it is not completely decentralized. And again, we have levels of, let me say, power when it comes to money. For instance, MCE, you have your level of approval that you can give. The assembly as an entity also has a level of approval that assembly can give. And all of them are in the act. The amount of money involved.
The assembly, baby, won't me approve.
Won't me approve.
Okay.
Baby, I can't approve it. I have to go to the regional minister.
Okay.
RCC. There are even some RCC can also not approve it. I have to go to the sector ministry.
Okay.
You see, and most of the rules, there are quantum of money involved. Probably are beyond my level, are beyond the assembly level. So it has to go to either RCC or it has to go to the sector ministry. So that is why most of the roads, you see the award is coming from that particular ministry. Okay. But sometimes when it comes to the evaluation of the bid, the assembly will have to present maybe 2 or 3 people to be part of the evaluation of the bid. Okay. But it is coming from there because of the quantum of money involved, which is beyond our legal threshold. Okay.
All right. Obviously, so I say, good morning, sir. Please ask Dr. Lamptey if he have completed one road in this community, Enya, Agape, and Awoshi Road.
Most of the Anya, for instance, the Palestine Road have been given on contract a long time. The contractor who was doing the Tabora and I say supposed to do the Lomnava is also supposed to do from Santa Maria to Odogono Secondary School. Then also do the Awushi, how do they call it? We share money with Weja. There is a road, whatever, which is very terrible, which is Onyinase. We call it Onyinase Road. It's supposed to also do that particular road, including even the Santa Maria and Assembly Road. All those roads have been given on contract with the view that the contractors will come and start the thing. The road that you've given on contract, you can unless you've taken the contract from the person before you can re-award it. So sometimes the challenge we face are the contractors. You know, the contractor sometimes who needs to go to bank and go and get loan to do the job. Most of the banks are also not supporting contract that has to do with roads because they think that payment delays. Okay. You see, so that is the challenge that we are facing. But of the number of over 130 kilometers of roads, some of these roads have all been taken. Okay. Agape, the main Agape road, there are issues with it. Sometimes it's not an issue that you want to discuss in public. You see, so because that road was awarded during the NDC time, before we even came in. You see, and some of these issues you don't have to discuss it in public unless the decision is taken from above before those roads. But recently, before I left office, I gave a contract for a drain at the Agape that makes water to accumulate at the middle of the road to be constructed. So that construction is also good.
The person made mention of Awoshi.
Yes, Awoshi, that is Ojinase, whatever.
All right.
Road. Then we are also doing road from NIC, which is Anya, to Gonse. They started the drains. I'm told the contractor had also vacated whatever the site. Probably the money is finished. He needs to go and mobilize for.
Okay. All right. And see, the thing na ABC had me no ason. Now with your kind, I was saying breaking the 8 na mo kan historical fact. I just said 2 parties in there will be in one more to me young 8 years that nintina we use breaking the 8 nintino time now so dog maybe I wouldn't people person chia more just 15 seconds na chia ni pedu.
Oh, being a politician, you wouldn't have opportunity. You just want to greet your constituency members. The executive committee of the constituency, headed by Chairman Kosam, our council of elders, headed by the Mr. Nyako, the polling station executive, the grassroots. We salute the year fraternity. We salute all of you, and we think that we should all work collaboratively to move Anyansotum forward, so that the vote that we get at Anyansotum 2024 will increase. We are always the first when it comes to the percentage vote in Greater Accra. Okay.
All right. Ma, you know what's here to suffer by. That's a all right. So therefore, you need Dr. Ishmeal Lamptey or immediate past MC Ewo Yega Central Enya so chumu ene omu ahinkru na ne wababo amen etumi ahwehwe enkomo ene fiada Friday nti bisi anom na yankopo ya doma etwada ya sense etwada ebe November nti no ye de October de ni na no bisi ha ene na Monday ya sense ya 1st November na ya sa to Ghana da acheso de ama me amigine mu ye frame Sobibo ofori amanfo Sobibo medewasi Land Ghana.